Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the SweetBro27 and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. Before we get started, please go down below and make sure that you are subscribed. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers, so if you could help me reach that goal, that would be fan-fucking-tastic of you. So we're here in the Heroines Edition 3 event. I kind of find it odd that it's called the Heroines when we have Oceanus here. But this is the Peppy Gal EZA area for launch, and Oceanus, as you can pretty much assume, they are weak to Peppy Gals. So we're bringing a Universe 6 team. And I don't know why it insists on giving me a hit friend when I would clearly much rather run Kale. Because, you know, obviously, then you have all Peppy Gals. So, as per normal, we're going to pop up the screen. This is going to be my initial reaction to them. Granted, I watched, like, Truth react to these characters a long time ago. Do I remember them at all? Not in the slightest. I'm very hopeful for Oceanus. However, looking at how short both of these characters' passives are, I'm not too optimistic. So let's dive into Launch first. Now, something I find interesting, that Launch, her blue hair form, actually has a super attack effect. But you're never in the blue hair form. You're always in the blonde hair form, so I find that a little bit fascinating. But let's see here. So, Launch leads Peppy Gal category allies, 3 key and 130 to stats. Is there a genuine Peppy Gal leader? We'll look at that towards the end of the video. But is there a 170? Or even, I know there's not a 200, but I wonder if there's a 170 leader. Her super attack is Launch's Bazooka. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Alright, so that's a 50% boost. Causes supreme damage to enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. Immediately, this is ringing like Super Battle Road vibes. Her passive gets 150 attack and defense start a turn. Launches 2 additionals, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super attack. Okay, so she's kind of like a baby Final Form Cooler. 3 key, and an additional 120% attack and defense, and a high chance of performing a crit for 7 turns from the start of turn. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty good. So at the start of an event, she's going to get 270 to stats, and has a 50% chance to crit. Okay. So she might actually be runnable in some events, especially like the Super Battle Road shit. Because, you know, you have all those debuffings and the chance to, what is it? Yeah, just greatly lower attack and defense. Like, that's good. That is good. I'm just going to run with hit leaders from here on out. That way I don't have to focus too much on what's going on. She gets an additional 100% attack and seals enemies attacked. Wait, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm going to reread that. Plus an additional 100% attack. And seals the attacked enemy's super attack when there is another Peppy Girl category ally attacking in the same turn. The attacked enemy. So she has to hit the enemy first. But if she does, it's a guaranteed seal as long as there's a Peppy Gal category ally on the same turn. Which she pretty much shouldn't be too hard. I imagine she's going to have a lot of the DB links, so she should link with like Bulma. Let's see. She gets an additional chance of performing a crit plus 30 when the enemy is sealed. So she has a 50% chance to crit, as well as a 30% chance to crit when the enemy is sealed. Not great. She will be good in Super Battle Road, obviously. Extreme SPR, Battlefield, stuff like that. However, I would be interested to see how well she would do. Obviously, I'm not talking like... not bringing her against like Fusion Zamasu or anything. Or like Sword of Hope Trunks. But if she's debuffing, I kind of want to see how she would do in the Vegito event. Greatly lowering his attack. Having increased stats. I mean, if she could launch 3 supers per turn. 3 50% raises. Running her on a team like either the Earthbred Fighters team or the Dragon Ball Saga team. Because, you know, you could have Kid Goku, you could have Yajirobe, you could have Bulma, obviously. I would maybe be interested to actually see Launch. Again, I don't think she's going to be great, but she'll be interesting for sure. Battlefield Diva, which is what, 3 key and 5% chance to invade. Okay, that's not great. She has Flee, which sucks, which is 2 key and a 10% dodge chance when HP is 50% or less. Metamorphosis. Why are they counting her sneezing and changing her personality as Metamorphosis? That's a great link. You're never going to get that activated. That's a great link, though. Berserker, that's a shitty link. Incredible Adventure is good. Guidance of the Dragon Ball. Okay, so she does have DB links. And Shattering the Limit. And she's on Peppy Gal Transformation Boost, DB Saga, Earthling, Earthbred Fighters. Launch is interesting. I wouldn't say she's not great by any means. She's not like, oh yes, Peppy Gal is now a runnable team. But she's not bad. Again, I would like to see her in some difficult events. And now we're on to Oceanus. This is a character I want to be good because I've never beaten the GT boss's mission in the Legendary Goku event. So if she's at least passable, I will be excited. So Shadow Dragon Saga, category 3 key, 130 stats. That's fine. What is it before? It's 120. Yeah, that's really not even a boost. Let's see here. So for her super attack, it's the Whirlwind Spin. She raises attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and causes supreme damage to the enemy and seals super attacks. So she stacks attack now. That's interesting. And it's now a greatly raised defense. That's pretty good, because she was already pretty defensive before. This is good. That's a good addition. Now, the rest of her passive is really fucking short, and I do not like that. Let's see. She gets 3 key and 150 to stats. She gets an additional 100% attack and launches an additional super attack when the enemy is an attack down or defensive down status. So, I mean, Super Battle Road, ESPR, Battlefield. Attacks effective against all types. And a great chance of stunning the attacked enemy. And a high chance of launching an additional super attack when the target's super attack is sealed. Oh, she's shit. So her passive is 3 sentences. It's 4 sentences. What she gets at start of turn. What she gets if the enemy is an attack down or defensive down status. No, I was right the first time. It is only 3 sentences. Wow, she sucks. Like, she's like bad. I mean, her stats may be decent, but start of turn, she gets 3 key and 150 to stats. Then the entire next sentence only happens if the enemy is debuffed. And then the next one, the entire sentence, is only viable if the enemy is sealed. That's terrible. I mean, again, yeah, like for Super Battle Road or whatever, like that's actually really good. She'll be a fantastic option. Except, oh wait, she's only on 3 teams. GT Bosses, Peppy Gals, and Shadow Dragon Saga. Dude, she sucks. That's so disappointing. I mean, sure, she raises attack, but she doesn't have like an active skill. If it was the other way around, where she like greatly raised defense and raised attack for 1 turn, then maybe we would be cooking something. But as it stands, this character sucks balls. Terrible, terrible, terrible. That's so shitty. Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment, Shadow Dragons. Shadow Dragon's actually a good link. 20% attack and defense. Speedy Retribution. 15% attack and a chance of evading plus 5%. She has GT as well and Shattering the Limit. Who the fuck else has Speedy Retribution? Yamcha Puar, Trunks and Goten, Dispo, the 2 joke Yamchas. Okay, so it's like a free-to-play Yamcha link, and a few other characters have it for some bizarre reason. That's disappointing. I would have wanted Oceanus to be better. I guess I now understand why, like, when Truth does showcases of, like, Super Baby 2 or Omega, I guess that explains why he doesn't bring this Oceanus. Like, she doesn't even support. Like, granted, in SPR, she will be a killer, but that's only for 3 stages. And Peppy Gal's already happened a long time ago. I'm pretty sure no. Shadow Dragon Saga, I know, has an ESPR. Peppy Gal's, I know, has an ESPR. I don't know about GT bosses. So if there is an ESPR for GT bosses, she will be a very good addition. Because, you know, she seals. It's a guaranteed seal. Although she doesn't lower attack anywhere in her passive. But I know Omega Shenron does, so you can run Omega Shenron in slot 1, her in slot 2. And as per normal, we died during this, but that was kind of the end of it anyway. So I'll just fast forward this little bit, and then we'll get to the part where we're actually going to get them easy aid. All right, so let's go ahead and get these two EZA'd. Now, I do have Launch here. She's obviously awakened, but if you look down there at the bottom, she has no super attack, and that's fine. But Oceanus is actually a character who I have rainbowed as well, which just also makes it more painful that she did kind of suck. But I don't know. Would Oolong and Launch be a Peppy Gal unit? Probably not because of Oolong, unless he transforms into Bulma. Because I know in the card art, I've seen the card art, it's blonde Launch, and it's Oolong disguised as Goku. But if he was disguised as Bulma, I mean, I don't know. The Peppy Gal? Question mark? I don't know. But yeah, these guys, they just aren't enough. Again, I would be kind of interested to see Launch, but I don't have, like, Pat the Power Kid Goku or Bulma. Or really a good Dragon Ball Saga team. Earthbred Fighters, though, I can remember running on that. If you guys want to see any showcases, by the way, I know I haven't done showcases in a long time. But again, I have, like, a more average box to your everyday player. I'm not a whale by any means, so if you guys have any showcases you want to see, by all means, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's going to be all for this time, guys. I have been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, and a TikTok, the links of which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe, because again, I am trying to hit 100 subscribers. So if you could please help me reach that goal, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. And my dogs are screaming in the background. And while you're down there, don't forget to leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys. But that's going to be all for this time. So as always, I have been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.